Super excited to announce my revolutionary comrade and sister, Harris. Harris is super inspiring to me. She's a very courageous woman and a relentless organizer. Especially in the last few weeks, she's been really busting her tail off on the Tax Amazon campaign. She's one of the 3 co-chairs of the Tax Amazon Committee for Seattle DSA. And she's also an Amazon warehouse worker, where she helps produce the profits every day that Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, uses for space travel. These warehouses are essentially sweatshops, where workers are controlled by high-tech surveillance, where workers don't have time for bathroom breaks, and some of them have had to resort to peeing in bottles because they don't have time for bathroom breaks. Amazon also has other vicious anti-labor policies, blocking workers from trying to organize a union to get higher wages. And they also recently instituted a gag order on Amazon employees, criticizing Amazon's failure to reduce its carbon emissions fast enough. These kinds of policies from one of the biggest corporations in America needs to change, and having Harris working at Amazon, armed with the ideas of Karl Marx and Rosa Luxemburg, will surely help. So we're super proud to have Harris here to share her ideas with us tonight. Please join me in welcoming Harris.
Before I start, I think we should send a very loud message of solidarity to the 8,000 workers at Swedish who went on a 3-day strike. They are locked out by Swedish, and we, all of us here, we give them our full solidarity tonight. So as Romy said, my name is Harris. I'm a member of the Democratic Socialists of America, DSA. I work in an Amazon warehouse, and I'm also the co-chair of DSA's Tax Amazon Committee. Activists from DSA organized this event tonight, and we are very, very happy to have you all here partying for the political revolution. DSA has been on the streets week after week, door knocking, phone banking, campaigning for Bernie Sanders. And you know why? It's because there's a political revolution underfoot. It's calling for Medicare for all, because people die without it. Because people need gender-affirming health care. Because too many people have lost their homes, their jobs, and their loved ones without it. It's calling to cancel student debt, because it's absurd to live in a society where people are financially punished for getting an education and getting vital skills that build our society into all that it can be. It's calling to end deportations and abolish ICE, because not one single person should ever go through the trauma and have their rights stripped away. It's calling to rebuild a formidable labor movement, where unions are the organic expression of workers' democracy and the place where we go to get our expectations raised and then together fight for them. It's calling for absolutely nothing less than what it will take to transform our economy into 100% renewable energy with high-paid union work for every affected worker and community member. Because we are done. We are done gambling with the world and our lives on behalf of the fossil fuel industry. Our political revolution has already begun, and Pete Buttigieg and Joe Biden are running away as fast as they possibly can. But our revolution goes far beyond what we will win in 2020, which is a lot. We are fighting to build a socialist movement to fundamentally change society, end capitalism, end the system based off of profits for the few, and establish a society based on justice, equity, and solidarity on an international scale. How many of you heard last night Joe Biden trying to attack Bernie Sanders at the start of the debate? Were people watching? Yeah. He tried to attack Bernie for being an unapologetic Democratic socialist. And what he said is that he claimed this would be bad branding. I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, I don't think Joe Biden is in much of a position to be giving advice at the moment. The truth is, working class people are smart, and going through the same motions over and over isn't going to cut it for us. That's what Biden proposes, and it's what Buttigieg proposes as well. If we want to get rid of Trump, we need a clear-cut break from the policies that led to Trump's victory. We need a break with corporate politicians, once and for all. We need a break from middle-of-the-road policies like Medicare for all who want it. We have learned together through struggle that the Democratic Party is not a tool to fight for working class people. Nope. We need to build towards a working class party with a socialist program, our own party, where we fight for our own interests.
Yep.
We need a break. Yes, cheer for that. We need a break with the whole system of capitalism. This isn't some pie-in-the-sky talk I'm saying over here. People are smart, as I said, and the system isn't working for people, and they know it. And it's up to us, democratic socialists, and people fighting for working and oppressed people to provide a real alternative. And that's why we have to start right now. That's why I'm part of DSA. I've watched Cardi B's endorsement of Bernie Sanders possibly 100 times. And Bernie's new Bob Dylan cover ad like at least another 20. And my heart is very much in this movement to elect Bernie Sanders. You guys should watch those videos. I also think we need to be prepared, though, to go further than what Bernie Sanders is talking about right now. If we're going to build our movement to win Medicare for all, to win a Green New Deal, to end mass incarceration truly, then we can be sure that we will face the most brutal resistance from corporate America, which is the strongest capitalist ruling class on this planet. And we see a glimpse of that already in this campaign. And we're not going to win by playing nice with these people. We have 10 years, as so many people have mentioned, to transition to a carbon neutral economy. We can absolutely do that, but not without tackling the power of the fossil fuel industry. We need to take them on, and we need to take these companies and their wealth, the wealth accumulated by the Koch brothers and oil barons, and we need to put it into democratic public ownership, which means you and me and the workers of those companies get to make decisions about the world in our own interests. Here in Seattle, we are building the power of working class people. We are fighting to tax Amazon and big business to fund vital public infrastructure like green, affordable social housing and green justice programs that begin to take our city in the direction of a Seattle Green New Deal. DSA plans to move forward together with many, many other organizations in this city with a ballot initiative to do just that. And we will campaign as well for Orca passes for all. Now, all of that seems pretty logical, right? We have a giant global problem, a city with a tremendous amount of wealth, and the capacity to lead the world in the direction of a Green New Deal. But what's the response of the local Democratic Party establishment to just the start of our movement? Do people know? Democratic Party politicians like Mayor Jenny Durkin and Dow Constantine, I guess you know, I guess you heard, they are pulling the strings on behalf of big business to make sure that politicians in Olympia move forward with a bill that would ban Seattle from passing a tax on big business. We need to stop that, and we will stop that. We will fight to defend our right to tax big business. We will fight to win this ballot initiative. And above all, we will use this struggle to build working class power and a socialist movement that goes for the whole world. Join us, please. Join the Tax Amazon Committee of DSA. Join DSA. Come build the world that we want to live in. Thank you.
Thank you, Harris.